Welcome to the Matrox Xenia series PowerDesk Zoom instructional video. This video will demonstrate how a single Matrox Xenia Pro board driving 3 display outputs can be configured with the desktop zoom feature to showcase content from two 5-megapixel monitors onto a single projector. First, we're going to use Matrox PowerDesk software to set up our 3 outputs. We'll merge the two 5MP monitors to form a single stretched display, identified as the main display, and the projector will be labeled as the feature display. To launch Matrox PowerDesk, simply right-click on your desktop and choose Launch PowerDesk. Then select Multi-Display Setup. You can see here that the first output has been assigned to the projector, while the two independent monitors are labeled as the second and third outputs. To merge the two monitors into a single stretched desktop, simply click and drag one of the monitor icons onto the border between the two. Be careful that you create a stretched desktop and not a clone desktop, which is a separate feature of PowerDesk. You can see here that a frame has appeared around outputs 2 and 3, identifying these as a single stretched display with the number 2 in the top left corner. Next, we want to assign main display status to this 10-megapixel span desktop by selecting display number 2 from the main display drop-down menu on the right. With the 10-megapixel desktop, or display number 2, designated as our main display, we can now classify the projector, or display number 1, as our feature display by clicking on it and selecting Add Output as Feature Display. Once you hit Apply, the system will reconfigure to your desired settings. Now we're ready to enable the desktop zoom feature. There are two options available for defining the region you want to output to the projector. Let's start with the first one, which allows you to define a zoom region using your mouse. Here we are using the mouse to highlight the entire 10-megapixel desktop, scaling everything shown on the two 5MP monitors for viewing via the projector while preserving the aspect ratio to ensure that the images do not appear stretched or skewed. In other words, a circle will look like a circle on both displays. With PowerDesk Zoom configured to show the entire 10MP desktop as a single Windows display, you can launch your preferred medical imaging application, and whatever you see on the two monitors will also be displayed on the projector. You'll notice that as we're selecting different images on the 5MP monitors, the same images are being presented on the projector. Here we're showing the entire merged desktop via projector, but you can also use the mouse to select a specific region of interest, showing only part of the span desktop on the projector. As an alternative to defining a single specific region using your mouse, you can also use the Matrox Desktop Divider feature to divide the main display into multiple cells in order to highlight a specific on-screen area, or to quickly cycle through several different predefined areas of the desktop. To configure this, open PowerDesk, select Multi-Display Options, and choose Desktop Divider. You can now define the desktop into cells, both horizontally or vertically, and adjust cell borders to fit your application. This is an important feature since predefined regions allow presenters to save time by easily cycling through cells to view different regions of the desktop versus having to manually highlight the interested areas with a mouse one at a time. Here we've decided to divide our span desktop into 10 personalized cells, 8 small cells on the left monitor and 2 larger cells on the right monitor. Matrox PowerDesk allows you to conveniently assign desktop zoom shortcuts so presenters can quickly choose a cell region on the main display and have only this region displayed on the projector. Similarly, Matrox PowerDesk keyboard shortcuts can also be used to define actions so that you can quickly select a region specified by your mouse and view it on the feature display. For example, as shown here, the Cine loop was selected using the mouse and is now being shown on the projector, while the rest of the display remains hidden. Thank you for your interest in Matrox Xenia series and the Matrox PowerDesk Desktop Zoom feature. For more information on Matrox Xenia series for medical imaging professionals, visit www.matrox.com/Xenia series.